Hey guys, Prime here, and welcome to another one-shot LP. This time we're going to be LPing Castlevania for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And we're going to be playing as Simon Belmont. The story is not very, very strong in this game, but basically all it is you're a vampire slayer and you're hunting down Dracula. So we're going to be whipping some ghouls into oblivion. Why they chose a whip, I do not know. Seems like a strange weapon choice to me, but I guess they were just trying to be original. Gotta love Konami, huh? But this is one of the hardest Nintendo games, I think, ever. The only other one that I would say is more hard is Ghosts and Goblins. And that game is a nightmare. So yeah, so these are, this is basically, it takes all the tropes from your B horror movies and shoves them into one game. You got all the classic monsters here. Well, not all of them, but you got most of them. You know, you got Merman, Frankenstein, little freaking imps. You got zombies there. There's bats. It's a really fun game. And the soundtrack is definitely one of the noticeable things in this game. I just love the music. I don't know if you guys can agree. If you guys have played this game, let me know in the comments below just how hard this game was to you. And if this game actually scared you. I don't know. I mean, I actually played it after. Because my very first Castlevania game, believe it or not, was Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I was kind of a late bloomer, but I mean, I'm pretty much obsessed with the franchise now. I do actually remember seeing a Nintendo Power back in the day for Simon's Quest, Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, and the cover was really scary. It had like Simon carrying Dracula's head, decapitated head. It was pretty creepy stuff. But yeah, so this first level is going to be pretty easy, as most first levels are. We have some sub-weapons, which I don't know if you guys noticed. I picked up the Holy Water. And we pick up these hearts here to refill our weapon. Anybody that's played Castlevania is going to know the drill. And the trick to beating this game is just knowing what weapons to use against what enemies. That's really pretty much it. Pretty standard, and I just picked up an invisibility potion, that's what that was. And picked up the axe weapon, which we're going to want for this boss here. He's pretty easy as long as you have the axe. If you don't have the axe, you're kind of screwed. You're just going to try and hit him, and every time you hit him, it kind of stuns him a little bit, so you just keep hitting him, he just can't do anything, and, well, yeah, he dies. Just like that. And at the end of the level, they count down all your points and all your hearts. You have to start over from scratch, but I don't even know what score, you know, what the highest score is in the world, but I'm pretty sure I'll get nowhere near it. The axe guys. And that was the cross weapon, which is one of my favorite weapons in the game. I like to abuse it during the one of the later battles. Oh, get down there. Just picking up points, basically. There's a lot of hidden things throughout the castle and inside the walls, so you need to be really careful you don't miss out on something. And you want to break pretty much every single candle that you see up there. They all drop hearts, just about, and some of them drop money. All the money does is up your points, so... Just gonna avoid this guy down here, he's not even worth killing. You have to be really careful when you make your jumps in this game because the controls are really clunky. It's probably the reason this game's so hard, to be honest. Because once you get used to the controls, it's not that difficult. But if you're in the middle of a jump and someone hits you, then you're pretty much dead if you're jumping over some kind of chasm. And say hello to the most annoying enemy in this game, probably in the franchise. Freaking Medusa heads, man. In later games, they actually turn you to stone, too, which is even worse. And you're gonna see me checking to see if I can break any of these blocks. Haven't played this game in a while, so I'm not sure where everything's at still. I remember some of the things, not everything, and it's This is a part right here where you really got to be careful, because if you get hit by one of those Medusa heads, you time your jump wrong, you're dead. So you need to be really careful. I would say this game's probably more intimidating than anything. It's not really that hard if you pace yourself. But you're gonna see me like, oh yeah, there we go. This is one of the most useful sub-weapons, the watch, which when you use it will actually allow you to freeze time, and also that meat that just fell out of there, that actually restores your health. But yeah, so the watch actually allows you to freeze time, which freezes your enemies and some bosses. So you're gonna see me abusing that, because some of these bosses, it's really hard. They made this game to be as difficult as possible. I mean, that was kind of the thing with Nintendo games, you know, like the console couldn't hold that much on it. The cartridges couldn't hold that much on them, so a way to keep people play your game was to make it hard as hell so they couldn't beat it. And that's pretty much it, because this game's only 30 minutes long, you know, so around about. It's not a very long game. And it's amazing today now that we're getting pissed off if a game's not like 40 hours of gameplay. Of course, you know, games are pretty expensive, but yeah, they were pretty expensive back then too. But I hate these guys. First time I got hit. Freaking hate these guys. Second time. Damn. I was trying not to get hit this game. So I actually have managed to beat the game without getting hit, but I'm not going to start over to do that. Jeez. Let's see here. What else to say about this game? Obviously not got a whole lot to say about it. It pretty much presents itself, but I don't want to have a silent commentary here. So, this game actually only has one vampire. Dracula himself, believe it or not. That's one of the interesting things I think about the Castlevania series, is that there aren't a whole lot of vampires in it. Oop. Here's our Medusa head boss here, which we're just gonna keep using that time. We're gonna keep abusing it until she dies. Look how easy that was, guys. And on to the next level. But yeah, so not a whole lot of vampires. I think the only game in the Castlevania series that really had vampires was the N64 version. And that kind of strayed far from the roots of Castlevania to begin with. But yeah, you won't find any sparkly vampires here, that's for sure. No offense to anyone that happens to like Twilight or anything. Ugh. Oh, this is one of my favorite tunes right here. This has got to be the second. Well, you know, I'm kind of used to Medusa heads right now, so I'd say these are the most annoying guys in Castlevania, probably. The imps, they love to hop everywhere. They're really hard to telegraph. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And we got a flying skeleton guy over here. A lot of glitches in this game too. I can't remember exactly what Castlevania song this is. The crows are a little annoying as well. But once you get used to them, they're not that hard. I mean, all they do is they fly in front of you, like so, right before they attack you. So they give you plenty of ample time to take them out. And yeah, as you see, sometimes the jump doesn't work quite the way you want it to. Yeah, that's probably, I think, the only time I'm using the holy water in this. Because most bosses will not be using the holy water. This and at the end of the game, but you'll see. Hopefully you guys that are having trouble with this game can take some notes from this LP. Hopefully it'll be, you know, beneficial to you. Just gotta try and dodge some of these Medusa heads. They're really annoying, especially when they throw two things at you, like right here. You've got the skeleton and the Medusa heads. I can't remember. Nothing over there. Yep, there we go, the stopwatch. Way more useful. Like so. Just freeze time and yeah. Still got hit though. I think it's like the 3rd time I've gotten hit. 4th time? I don't know. I'm not keeping count. Yeah, you're probably gonna get sick of me abusing this, but I don't care. This game's hard, so you pretty much have to abuse everything that you're given in this game. Otherwise, it will destroy you. Stupid crows. Why is it every game that a crow is used in, whether it be Resident Evil or Castlevania, it's always really annoying? I don't know. I blame Hitchcock. I don't know if those statues are supposed to be in the background. I don't know if that's... I guess that's like a woman and a guy. I don't know. I never noticed them before, to be honest with you. I hardly even pay attention to the background in this game. Oh, by the way, those crosses I was just picking up actually destroy all the enemies on the screen. It's kind of weird that I got 2 in a row like that. Especially when there's nothing there to kill. Alright, so the strategy with these guys, you were just going to get down in the middle here, trigger them, and jump back up here. You kind of have to be careful for the flying, I guess, mummy wraps, what do you want to call it? And then you just whip them into oblivion. Crouch and whip, crouch and whip. It's even better when they get together, because then you're doing double the damage. And that's how you destroy them. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in between both of them, and they're just going to beat the hell out of you. I don't think we're doing too bad so far. Not bad at all. This is where the game gets a little harder, though, so... How Simon Belmont survives that fall, I do not know. Honestly. Seems a bit too crazy for me. Even in a game with vampires and Frankenstein and mummies and whatever, and that's just a little crazy to me. Mermen are really easy. You guys jumping out of the water. They do fire flames at you. Flame balls, fireball, whatever you call it. They do fire stuff at you, but you have to basically let them sit for a while before they do it. As long as you kill them as soon as they pop up, not a problem. You also have to duck when you go through here for the stalagmites, stalactite. I don't remember which one. I don't know, is it stalagmites or stalactites that are, I don't remember. I think it's, which one's on the top of it. I'm just rambling on here, so I'm not gonna worry about it. If you guys want to let me know in the comments if that was a stalagmite or a stalactite, feel free. And this is a really annoying area. Pretty much have to dodge the hell out of these guys. And it takes a little while to get past this area unless you just want to run, in which case they're probably going to murder you while you're running, so it's better just to take your time. And while you're crouching, you can actually change the direction that you're facing, so that's a technique I'm going to be using a little bit here. Because there's occasions where they're going to drop them right behind me, and I'm going to have to turn around real quick. And you definitely want to abuse the stopwatch with this guy. I might not do it, but yep, might as well. That's a lot of money. And that, I believe, gives you extra lives, actually. I don't know, like I said, I haven't played this game in a while. But I think it's safe to do a LP off of memory for this game because it's a linear game, you know. And we're definitely going to need that health for this battle up here. It's one of the most annoying boss battles. And I do not have the correct sub-weapon to fight this boss. I would probably be better off if I had some holy water or a cross. Even that dagger probably would help. I probably should have gotten that dagger. So yeah, the Imp's gonna jump around and freaking annoy the hell out of you. Just, yeah. Whip the hell out of the Frankenstein monster. He's bigger, he's slower, he's not really going anywhere. And just try to survive. Try to kill them before they kill you, basically. That's the only strategy I have for it, anyway. And see, this game is not that long. We're almost near the end, but this is probably the hardest boss in the game. God, I hate those guys. I guess this is like your dungeon tower. Got that kind of vibe going on. Lots of skeletons, which I guess were like deceased prisoners, probably. I don't know. I think I'm putting too much thought into a Castlevania game. At least one of the Nintendo ones. They don't really have any story. Probably why they're so great, though. I mean, they're just fun to play. So what's your very first memory with Castlevania? What was your first game, viewers? If you mind, let me know. I'm really interested to find out. Like I said, mine was Symphony of the Night, and it became, like, instantly one of my favorite games. And that was actually what they call the Metroidvania, where you have a huge map, and it doesn't go level by level like the old games like this. But even then, you know, I went back and played some Castlevania 5, I think, for the Super Nintendo, and then I just went backwards, basically. Loved every single one of them. In fact, I don't really think there's a Castlevania game I don't like, to be honest with you. I think that's definitely a testament to time, and there's nothing there. But it's definitely a testament to the game. It's one heck of a game. You know, it's funny too, because I think they're actually supposed to be making a live-action Castlevania movie. I don't know if that's been scrapped. I haven't heard about it in a couple years, actually, but I can't remember who was supposed to be doing. There's supposed to be some director that did a dance movie, and like Stomp the Yard or something. It's really weird. I wasn't very hopeful for it anyway, so if it gets canceled, I'm not really hurt or anything. It's not really one of those movies that... It's not really one of those games where I think it should be made into a movie, and what the hell's this? Okay. This is kind of odd. Is it gonna die? Okay, there we go. Thought it was just gonna glitch out on me and live forever. But yeah, I wasn't really hopeful. There was like a animated movie that was supposed to be made, but I think it was like an indie picture, and if I'm not mistaken, Konami actually went after them, which is really unfortunate because it was very promising, and it had I think a famous comic book artist was actually doing it too. The artwork was just beautiful for it. I was really excited. It was going to be a very mature animated film, but unfortunately it did not see the light of day. Really bummer. But oh well. Oh well, indeed. Get power up there. And I believe all this does is give the 2s and the 3s. I think it's just a power up. Pretty sure. Just ups the power of your whip. Or maybe it's your sub weapon. Yeah, okay, I think it's your sub weapons. Makes them more powerful. Could be wrong. I probably should have looked at it before doing this commentary. Oh well. I like to do things on the whim, you know, makes things exciting. But, by the way, the red skeletons like to pop back into existence if you didn't notice that. If you jump over here, there's actually a secret. Yay! Not that I need extra lives, because I'm an awesome guy. I almost said boss, but I didn't want to be annoying. I'm a really good player at this game. Can't speak tonight, guys. I'm sorry. You're getting closer to the The most annoying boss in the game. He just likes to, it's actually worse than Dracula himself. I wonder how well I'm gonna do. Just have to be really careful with these guys. They'll pop back up on you and hurt you. And this guy you can just attack from the stairs. There's no point in going up there and wasting any potential health. And yeah. Some more health. Which we're gonna need all the health we can get. And this area really sucks because you're gonna be... Oh god. It's gonna be really tough trying not to take damage up here. Freaking A. Whoa. Cannot take damage, cannot take damage, cannot take damage. Doing good. Doing good. Son of a... You guys have no idea what level of dexterity this requires right now. Jesus. What are those supposed to be in the background anyway? Like, empty paintings? I guess that's just because of the limitations in the Nintendo. I don't know. Here we are, guys. The hardest boss in the freaking game. Death. So... you have to pretty much hit him and avoid getting hit by him and taking out all of his sights. And if you don't have the cross sub-weapon like I have right now, you're pretty much screwed. That's the only way I've found that I can kill this guy. And I'm making this look really easy. Trust me, it's a lot harder than this. Jesus. And the game still doesn't end. Or the boss fight still doesn't end. You have to kill the sights as well. Wow, I made that look easy. Maybe I should have dragged that out a little bit. Of course, I do have the sub-weapon power-ups that probably had something to do with it. But yeah, I've never beaten that boss without the cross, so... So we are on to the final area of the game. All of our adventure has brought us to this point. And it's so... yeah, that's actually the first boss in the game. Yeah, I don't even bother killing these guys. Just keep running. You do not need to kill them. There's no point. You have to be really careful because they randomly do different things, you know, they don't just sit there like that. Usually they try and lunge at you. That guy's getting a little ballsy, just jumping up in my face. Yeah. We got the imps back, unfortunately. And here you gotta be real careful because the guy at the top's gonna be throwing bones at you, the guy on the bottom's gonna be throwing bones. There we go. Gotta be careful. You can't afford to lose health during this stage at all. It's a pretty long stage actually, so cannot afford to lose that health. If you do lose some health, definitely take advantage of that health power up right there. And the birds do damage to you as well, so be careful. And you need to turn around and actually whip them on the steps here in order to not get hit. Okay, I guess It's not that long after all, but definitely hard, so it feels long. But, Jesus. What the hell did I just say? So we are finally at Mr. Dracula here, who we have just woken up from his slumber. That last candle is actually holy water, and we're going to need that later. But right now, all you have to do is kind of jump at his head, and hopefully you don't get hit by the fireballs, because he kind of shoots them in any direction that he damn well pleases. You just got to be attentive. You got to know what he's doing. Sometimes you can't help it. I mean, sometimes he just catches you off guard. I seem to be lucky so far. I think luck has a lot to do with it. So, don't get mad if you can't do it. There's no way you can figure out which way he's going to shoot half the time. Just keep hitting him in the head. Keep hitting him in the head. Ugh! Jesus. Thought I was going to get hit. I don't know why his head keeps disappearing. It's rather odd. Must be an emulator glitch. Come on, Dracky. I'm just gonna grab the holy water now. It's gonna be dead any second. And yeah, so here comes the easy part actually. He's going to transform into this giant beast, which is probably harder, but all you're going to do is jump and press up and throw the holy water. That is all you're going to do. And it actually immobilizes him. I think without the holy water, I don't know how easy this would be, but with the holy water, he's like a 0 out of 5 difficulty. Keep throwing the holy water, whipping him in the face. And that's it. We have successfully defeated Dracula, guys. That's a lot of points. Finishing the game with 8 lives. And we're just treated to, well, I guess Dracula's castle. Just crumbling, which is pretty much the series trope. Every time you defeat Dracula, his castle decides it wants to fall apart because it's held together, I guess, by magic. But anyway, the screenplay by Bram Stoker. It kind of makes fun of some of the Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff's. They're like making horrible references to the old monsters. That's pretty much it, guys. There's not a whole lot more to it. So I hope you enjoyed this LP.